I'm up here in my test bed that I run other metal detectors through. I got the Fisher F44. We're going to see what it can do. I'm running in a custom mode where I'm not blocking anything out, and I'm running full sensitivity in volume. I got it at 14, which the higher targets will read high. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This metal detector is more of a basic consumer one, come out for $349. So you can't expect too much with it. Okay, it's ground balanced. 4-inch quarter, no problem. 7-inch quarter. Again, no problem. Now a 10-inch deep quarter. Not doing it. A 4.5-inch deep dime. No problem. 8-inch deep dime. Not doing it. Now a 6-inch deep nickel. Notice it's ringing higher. Most of my metal detectors I run through here run higher when you start getting deeper on them. An 8-inch deep nickel. It's almost trying to pull it in. Not really doing it though. And then a copper penny, 2 inches deep. Notice the VDUs. Got a 65 to 67. Now a zinc penny. Pretty good job of discrimination or telling which is which. Now a 6-inch deep small silver ring. Don't ask me why. Some metal detectors just don't hit it. You think everything would. And as you can see here, this one's not hitting it. Haven't figured that out yet. It's not hitting it. And then doubt it's going to hit this 11-inch deep Morgan dollar. I got the sensitivity crank, so nada. Now we got a 15-inch deep brass candle holder. Not doing it. Move down to the second row. First one is a bottle cap, 4 inches deep. Coming up as a quarter this way. Kind of close to what a quarter comes up. Same here, but it does have a jumpy signal going from 78 all the way up into the 90, so probably give it a point. I think you'd be able to tell with experience that was what it was. Now next is a 10-cent piece with 4 rusty nails squared around it. Very hard test. And you can hear that iron in there. Looking for a little bump with a higher tone and louder. It's not giving it to me. Once in a while you'd hear a little bit of a chirp there. Here's a 25-cent piece, 3 inches deep with a big nail beside it. I don't know if you dig that or not. not pulling that quarter out too well that way. Right there it did. This is where it's usually hard. Yeah, see, it's pure iron now. 2 pull tabs, 3 inches deep. Letting you know that's what they are. Now, can slaw, 2 inches deep. I'd say that's letting you know you're hitting can slaw. A quarter on end, 4 inches deep. Struggling. Does hit it one way. Go sideways. Hits it good. 10-cent piece, 4 inches deep with 2 rusty nails on top. Well, it's trying to speak to you. You have to give it that. But just not. I'm afraid. Well, there you go, one way. One way it is hitting pretty good. This way it's not going to do it. Barely. Alright, now moving on. A 1 cent, 5 cent, and 10 cent piece, 4 inches deep, 2 inches apart for recovery. It's doing it, but it seems to not give the greatest signal. This one is extremely hard, a 1 cent and a 10 cent piece with 7 rusty nails around it. Looking for something in the high 60s. That one ain't, it's actually hitting it right there. Not this way. We're going to have to give it a point for that one. And then a quarter, a full 12 inches deep. Nada. Now a 22 bullet, 2.5 inches deep. Pulling it up that way. Doing it there too. Now a 10 cent piece, 4 inches deep with 5 nails, 2 inches above it. No, just can't pull through it. Now we got us a dime, a full 11 inches deep. Nada. And for the last in-ground test is a 25 cent piece, in extremely hot soil. Hot rocks, a lot of salt, charcoal, you name it's in here. Looking for something that resembles a quarter. It's kind of hard to determine where it's at. Let's go sideways. Simple right there. Giving you a quarter there. Trust me, that's some hot soil. Alright, now we're going to head down and we're going to do some little ones. A lot of little objects on the table and see how good this is for small items. Alright, here we are with a small item test. First test is a 24 karat gold, 1 grain's worth, very thin, very small. We're still going to run this at the same custom mode, not blocking anything out, with sensitivity cranked all the way. We'll just make sure here. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Let me pull it ahead a little. You're at about 1.5 inches there. It's hitting it pretty good. Next up is a iron meteorite. Very little iron in it. Normal mode, it don't do it. Normally I better just put it on. It's part of the test. A stony meteorite that fell in Wisconsin. Such small amount of iron in there, it ain't funny. Didn't do it. And next up are 3 pieces of copper, ranging from very small to a little smaller than that, and then real small. That's quite a bit smaller than that grain of gold. It's about 1.5 inches away. Hits that one pretty good. The middle one, say about 1 inch away. It is touching it. The small one, it's not hitting it. So let's go ahead, like the other metal detectors that are able to do it, going into all metal. We'll do that that iron meteorite. Hits it pretty good. Stony. Not doing it. We're going to try that real small piece of gold. Didn't do it. Well, that's the small test there. Well, all in all, not a bad metal detector. I did end up scoring a total of 34 points out of 66. Very good with the VDIs as far as being able to adjust, and an ability to change the tones is pretty awesome. And then the fact that it's not waterproof, but you can literally run it in the rain. And a lot of good features on this thing. And one big plus with this, you do get different coils that you can run with it. Quite a few. I think a lot of Technetics and Fisher F5. I know I put my Fisher F19 coil on, and it really woke it up for separation. So, you know, this new design coil, yeah, as far as separation, I'm not seeing the greatest, but all in all, it wasn't designed to rule the metal detecting market for $349. A pretty solid performer. 34 points. I think the AT Pro had 38. And the new Minelab Go 60 I did the test on, I think that only had 28. So all in all, not real bad. maybe a different coil and make it go deeper. I don't know. But I know the other coils, basically any detector can change their ability. So, but runs on 2 AA batteries. Pretty simple design. Very light. Versatile. Seems to be pretty rugged. So, well, there you go. That's the F44 Fisher metal detector. Check out my other videos with my other tests, and you can see good comparisons. One thing, you throw different coils on this thing. I got a coil for F19, and it really helps with recovery and separation. So keep that in mind.